Hey everybody, this is Jennifer Navarrete, and as you know, on Monday of last week, I started the Reset Challenge by USANA because I wanted to see if I could lose 4.5 to 5 pounds, which is what they say you can lose on an average 5-day program. And I shared a lot of this on Twitter. So if you're following me on Twitter, either following the hashtag Hfbq or even Reset Nation, I was posting the daily photos, which was kind of daunting because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. But what I have here on my handy dandy iPad is a pic of day one and the beginning of day 6, right? So I did this for 5 days. And then on Saturday morning, I weighed myself for what I guess would be the last time for this initial challenge. And if you can see there, I started off at 157 pounds and then wound up at 151 pounds. So in 5 days, I lost 6 pounds. And it works. I have to say I'm impressed. The cool thing about the Reset Challenge through USANA was that they gave us this little booklet, and it kind of started us off with, what are the things that we should do and how should we eat. And they also gave us, plan your meals and be prepared. And I think the biggest key for this was really to kind of like stay ahead of the hunger, because you had a shake in the morning, and then mid-morning you're supposed to have a snack, one of these little snacks here. And then you were supposed to have either a fruit or a vegetable, and then at noon you'd have your next shake, and then mid-afternoon, same thing, another fruit or a vegetable, and then one of these protein bars, and then for dinner the same thing. And what happened was, if I stayed ahead of my hunger, it was a non-event. It was super easy. Anyone could do it. But there were a couple days where I was really particularly busy, and I let my hunger get ahead of me. And on those days, it was a little more challenging. Now, everyone says that day 3 is the most challenging. I understand why, because by then, all of the food that was in your system has worked its way out, and you're truly living off of the shakes and the protein bars and the supplements, and of course, the fruit and vegetables that you're eating morning and afternoon. So all of a sudden, your body's like, okay, now we're only getting these few things, although they're very healthy things and they're good for you. So that was a little day where I had to be more mindful of kind of what I was doing and drink a lot more water and just actually it was good to stay busy. So I didn't think about it. But then once that day was over, day 4 and 5 were like really easy. And it's been fun. It's actually been fun. I had a couple of people join me, my mom and a friend, Penny, and each of them also lost weight. They lost varying degrees of weight. I think my mom lost 4.5 pounds, and Penny may have lost 3 to 4 pounds. But it was still, each one of them still considered a success. So if you wanted to kind of give yourself a quick start to get motivated to lose even more weight, or if you're really wanting maybe to fit into that wedding or prom dress, or I don't know, some holiday dress, this is kind of a neat way to do it. It's very easy. It's not difficult at all. And there's a really great support group out there. So you may be thinking, well, great, Jennifer, so you lost 6 pounds in a week, or a little under a week. What's next? Well, I'm kind of going to see what's next, because as you all know, with the Health Fitness Beauty Quest, I started at 179, 174. Those of you who know the story know a lot more. But when I started in September, I was at 174. So if we come down to where I am now a year later at 151, it's pretty good. I mean, if you take a look, I think you'll see, I don't know how much you can see off of the phone, but I think you'll see that I think I've done okay. But the Health Fitness Beauty Quest is really a journey. I don't know what's next. And so I'm going to keep going along this route. I'm going to follow the transformation. They have a transformation phase in here that they talk about, and I'm really going to follow that. I'm going to keep taking the NutriMeals, using the supplements, which I've been doing anyway for a year anyway, and I'm a big fan and a big believer. I'm sure if anyone has sat down with me, you'll see the difference that has become of me being more aware of the food that I eat, being more healthy, and of course taking the supplements, and just, kind of an overall lifestyle change, which for some reason I thought was going to be really hard a year ago. And I look at it now and I'm like, not hard at all. So if you're interested in starting your own Health Fitness Beauty Quest, or perhaps you're interested in learning more about Reset Nation, contact me. You can reach me on Twitter at ePodcaster. Of course, you can find me on the web at Jennifer Navarrete. And of course, let me hear from you. Use the hashtag HFBQ. It's a fun journey, and I think that you might enjoy participating and being part of it. I want to be your encourager, and believe me, you all have definitely been my encourager. You have no idea how much kind of throwing everything out there and making myself accountable to you has really impacted the way that this year has gone, because I don't think it would have been as successful if I didn't know that you all were there either cheering me on, or encouraging me at every step of the way. It really made such a big difference, and so I want to be that for you, and I think we can be that for each other. So for the Health Fitness Beauty Quest, this is Jennifer Navarrete.